Hi Barry, you've got your CTi Custom Braces here after over 4,000 hours of riding and 4 years since manufacture. So you've asked me to check them out. So this is some of the things we look for. The first thing is I structurally look at the frame to make sure that there's no breaks or cracks or delamination. But yours are in great shape, there's no problems. A few scratches here and there, doesn't matter. Against the foot pegs, the frame, rocks coming up. Might scratch the paint, but doesn't affect the integrity of the brace. So then I feel for the hinge. Is there much wear and tear in the hinge? And just like moving a conrod in a motor, I move the hinge in and out. Yes, there's a little bit of wear, but after 4,000 hours of riding, that's to be expected. If I compare this to a pro motocrosser, that would be around the 2 years of wear for a pro motocrosser that rides about 5 to 6 days a week. So you've done really well, mate. You've looked after them, you've kept them fairly clean. You haven't ridden too much with holes in your pants, let dirt in or dust in to wear the braces out prematurely. After the hinges, I also check the alignment. I make sure that the alignment of the brace is correct. You haven't bent the hinges, which is possible. People have big crashes and they bend them and then it has to be straightened. And then I decide whether that needs to be a refit with the padding or whether or not I have to send it back to the factory to be redone. But typically not. Typically they get by without having to be straightened at the factory. Then I look at things like buckles. You can see the buckles have elongated slightly, but that's not really a problem. That's just the tension that you've tightened them up. But I check to see how loose they are. And here in my workshop, I can tighten that buckle up and make it a little bit tighter so it doesn't flick around. Like this one, for instance, nice and tight and has good structural movement. I also check to make sure that the buckle rivet isn't loose in the frame. And this is very, very good. There's no problems there with any laxity in the carbon fiber. Condyle pads. I make sure that the condyle pads aren't compressed too much inside here and that they're still got their integrity. And then I also check on a refit of the brace later on. I look at the cuffs, the Sensor liners that grip the skin and the socks that we wear really never wear out. They're a great product that lasts forever, but I make sure that there's no rips or tears in those, which typically isn't. Then onto the straps. Make sure the straps are worn correctly. There's no problems with the way the straps are fitted. I check to make sure the straps, and I check to see where it bends over and to see where the Velcro is adhering and see that's lost a lot of its stick. And I would say that's maybe 20% of 100% Velcro stick. So that strap is done, it needs a new one. They see that strap's much better, maybe 50, 60%, but still I would like to change those straps. I look at the patella cup. And Barry, you've been a bit hard on the gear here, mate, but this is very typical that the top strap will break through the flexion and extension of the brace as it goes through the flexion and extension movements. And that happens, but you know what? You don't actually need these top straps in an off-road situation. Because the nylons or your adventure pants go over the top, it holds it in place all the time. And you don't really need those top straps, but what you do need is these side straps. See, this one's fine here, but this is broken on this side. And after all that time, I sort of expect things like this. The bottom strap also is frayed in the elasticity. So again, that patella cup assembly needs to be changed. Then I go over and check the gear guard. And CTi is one of the only companies that make an external gear guard that protects the brace from digging into the seat, the tank, the decals, into your riding gear. So it's really nice to have a gear guard. And you can see, Barry, it's starting to wear through a little bit. So really, that gear guard is on the way out. You can flip the gear guard around the other way. So you've got a fresh edge just here for people that want to do that. And that will work a little bit longer as well. So basically, mate, overall, all I've got to do here is tighten up the buckles a little bit, refit another patella cup, change the straps, and mate, you are good to go.